Okay, we'll call this meeting the order of the Navasota Zoning Board of Adjustment at 6 p.m. We do have 4 members, so we do have a quorum. We don't have any remarks to visitors. I'm assuming everyone here tonight is here to speak on the item. So we'll move on to item number 3, consideration and possible action on appointing a chairman and vice chairman for the Zoning Board of Adjustment. So a Board of Adjustment, so this is something we have to do on a yearly basis per our ordinance. The current chairman position is vacant. The previous chairman was not reappointed. Our current vice chairman is Taylor Perry. She's not here tonight, so I mean, I didn't get any feedback from her whether she wants to serve again as vice chairman. She's been vice chairman for a number of years. But again, I didn't get any feedback from her on that. So amongst the 4 members here, y'all can vote on appointing someone that's present as a chairman and vice chairman, or y'all can voluntold someone that's not here to be chairman and vice chairman.
Well, I move we nominate Ethan as chair.
Okay. And what about vice chairman?
I think Connie would make a nice vice chairman.
I think so,
Only if
too.
he's here all the time.
Okay.
No pressure.
Okay. So we have a motion from Connie. I guess you're going to amend Connie's motion and include in the motion that Connie is vice chairman. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any against? Okay. Item carries. Congratulations, Ethan, Connie.
Thank you.
Okay. And then now we move on to item number 4, conduct a public hearing for the purpose of receiving public comment and testimony regarding a zoning variance application submitted to the City of Navasota, and I'm just going to say Ben, for the property located at 114 Ostiana Hills Drive, Navasota, Grimes County, Texas, 77868. The variance application requests a variance from the 25 feet street side setback requirement as prescribed in Article 10, B1 General Business District for the construction of a retail sales/office building set back 8 feet from the street side property line along Travis Street to result in a 17 feet street side setback encroachment. The property affected is legally described as Ostiana Hills, Section 1, Block 1, Lot 2, and we'll open the public hearing at 6:03. Okay, Mr. Chairman, Board of Adjustments, so just to briefly summarize the application as was read in the description of the item, the property is kind of in a unique location. It faces Ostiana Hills Drive on one side, and then Travis Street cul-de-sac. It's not really a cul-de-sac, it's more like a knuckle. It's kind of like a half cul-de-sac. But per our zoning ordinance, when you have a property on a corner, your front setback is always 25 feet from the front property line, and when you're on that corner, the side street is also the same distance. And so in your packet, you have what is being proposed, which is to put the building 8 feet from that side property line versus the required 25. So that's where the 17 feet comes from. You're moving the building 17 feet within the setback that would otherwise be allowed. This was done for a number of reasons. They're trying to have a covered canopy/patio area on the south side of the building, per the drawing in your packet, and so they had to shift the building over a few feet. In doing so, they got rid of some parking area too along that cul-de-sac area, and all the parking is now in the rear, which actually works out a little better, and it just has a better look when you have parking in the rear versus on the side or front. And so Ben is here tonight to answer any questions about the proposed location. I mean, from staff's perspective, because it is a cul-de-sac in a sense, there's not going to be a lot of through traffic through there. aside from, customers coming in and out, we don't really see an issue with the 8-foot side setback, but we'll open the floor to anyone that wants to have any questions or comments about it. Like I said, Ben is here if y'all have any specific questions. Yes, sir. Please come to the podium, name and address.
And don't kick me out because my address is Anderson, not Navasota. Is that okay? My name is Ryan Lyde. I'm the actual person that drew up that site plan that y'all are all reviewing. One of the major issues for this plot is the 50-foot easement for ExxonMobil, as well as the 25-foot building setback line. With those two hard restrictions, the actual area that you can physically build on that plot is reduced significantly. So in order to put a decent size building on this plot, we need to be able to move that cul-de-sac 25-foot building line down to 8 foot so that we can make everything fit. And that's the purpose of this whole meeting right now, is just because majority of the land is basically landlocked by either Exxon or Navasota regulations. And if y'all have any concerns, please address them and let me know.
Well, that answers the question I had, why he didn't build further back, and if it had something to do with the pipeline.
It does. After speaking with ExxonMobil, we cannot put anything on their 50-foot easement outside of small structures as in a light pole.
Okay.
And that is verbal from Exxon. That is not in legal written form as well. So getting something legal as in a building is 10 times harder and will not happen.
So there's a pipeline that runs behind their property. So they have a big easement. You can't build anything.
Thank y'all.
Now, they will let y'all put that light pole there, though?
After speaking with them, they will let me. However, with their restrictions on how we cross their pipeline, we're no longer going to do that.
Okay.
Because in order for us to put electrical conduits across their pipeline, we have to be 8 foot deep and covered in red concrete. That's quite outside the budget.
I did talk to, or had communication with Chief Katkowski, and the Navasota Fire Department didn't have a problem with this. They didn't see an issue.
And there's still no public comment, right, that you've received, right?
No, I did not get any calls. I know there's a few visitors in the audience that received the letters because they're within the 500 feet. So staff did its normal outreach. So we mailed 23 letters. That's all property owners within 500 feet. We also put an ad in the paper, Navasota Examiner, on the January 18th edition. And there's been a sign on the property for a number of days now, just notifying people of the meeting. But we didn't receive any calls or questions. I think the only neighbor is Ben, and I think he's a little biased on the application. So.
So the general business district ends right there. All the rest of it's residential?
Correct.
Because I noticed there's that lot, catty corner, that's
Yeah,
it's vacant.
yeah, that's the last B1 property.
Okay.
There's no HOAs or anything, right?
I believe there are some deed restrictions, I can let Ben speak on that if he,
No.
I lived there for 20-some years, never paid it. It's mine.
so in your packet you have the site plan, and then you also have a copy of the original survey of the property too.
Can we ask questions about what's gonna go in there?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So what's gonna go in there?
Ben, can you come to the podium, please?
I live right across the street from the lot, and to the left, we're gonna have 2 little office space for lease. And then on the right, we have like snow cone and drink and stuff, and just wanna add a little patio outside for kids to hang out for waiting for their parent to pick up on the side.
Okay.
You live in the same cul-de-sac, right?
Yes, sir, I live right,
A corner?
That's right here.
right there, I live right there, yes.
Do you own the property next to it?
No, sir, that's the lady behind me,
Oh, okay.
yes. Yes, she lived behind it,
Oh, I got you.
yes.
Her house is on the other cul-de-sac. Yeah, Ben is the one with the fancy pool right there.
So does he have to bring his plans to planning and zoning?
Correct, yeah, this is actually the appropriate procedure. First BOA to get any variances from the standards, and then when his site plan is presented to planning and zoning, it'll have that notation that a variance to those side setbacks was approved.
Okay.
So, yeah, the next step will be P and Z if approved. Any other questions or comments? Okay, we'll close the public hearing at 6:13. Then item number 5, consideration and possible action on order number 1-2023, approving of zoning variance application submitted to the City of Navasota by Ben for the property located at 114 Ostiana Hills Drive, Navasota, Texas, 77868.
Well, I move we approve order number 1-2023, approving a zoning variance application submitted to the City of Navasota for the 17-foot encroachment.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Any against? Item carries. And lastly, item number 6, consideration and possible action on approval of the November 9th, 2022 meeting minutes.
Go ahead.
I move we approve the consideration and possible action on approval of the November 9th, 2022 meeting minutes as presented.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Any opposed? Seeing none, it carries. And we will adjourn the meeting at 6:14.